As we've got a good one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2.
From way up at the 23.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Tua. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Back to throw. Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
40 got. 40 got. 50-50. 53. Ready. 0. 32. Okay.
Here's Stafford. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air again, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Radar. 20.
On 1st down, Stafford here.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Rams had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. From the red zone now, Stafford. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Rams will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
From way up at the 23.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Red, cycle. Black open. Right.
Tua now on 1st down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it.
And the Rams are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. That just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, fatal last words every time we hear that. things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Hey, 22! Hey, 22!
Now it's Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Dalton Schultz from 10 yards out. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, and he's going to go down again. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Stafford on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
22!
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Hey, fly low!
Stafford. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the Rams are going to be set up with a first and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
Throwing again is Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you can describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance, knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Intercepted by the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You get the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the 1st half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Stafford. This is caught. Touchdown, Rams. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford.
And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From way up at the 23. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 40-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. In motion comes the tight end left. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Tua.
He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Seattle. 57 yards.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown. And
that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Austin Eckler, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point put through by Suckup. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half. Trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On 4th down, Stafford. He
He's got his man on the crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. On first down, it's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Stafford throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Complete to number 3. Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 11.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Stafford's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Stafford looks to throw again.
That's caught again by Schultz. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Being chased out left.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now receiver in motion left. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford.
And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
From way up at the 23.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Seahawks offense. On first down, Tagovailoa looking deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Tua to try again on second down. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Tua now on first down. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Right, check, right, black check. Strike two. Six, mega.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Draw play. It's Eckler. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Cassidy, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Steps away to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Isaac Yedem picks it. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. 2nd and 4. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. To the air again, Stafford. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Stafford. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes. And the Rams up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From way up at the 23. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds. And now here's another interception. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hey, 15. Middle.
Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. Dalton Schultz, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Rams start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Zerline connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 40 now on second down. Tua. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Stafford on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Stafford. That man again, it's complete. Down inside the 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Zerline good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Tua now on first down. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays.
And my goodness, another interception. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it.
And the Rams are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Zero. 59. Hey, give me a radar. Big 20. Hey, 70.
Stafford gonna throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. On first down, it's Stafford. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
20. Alert! Double right. And middle. Omaha, ready, move.
On first down, Stafford here. Throw left side, complete. That's Schultz. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Like 22. Like 7. Like. Alert. Hurry up, get set.
Stafford. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Zero. Stay 50, stay 50. 11. 22. Like 50.
Here's Stafford. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Zerline connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
From way up at the 23. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of
and now here's another interception.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Throwing here, Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was
and for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and that will shave one more off this lead. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Los Angeles, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blue, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet. From South Carolina to Maryland, I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They try to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming, the world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty, watch how I go ballistic and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic, I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the